We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter in for Haley Wilgus. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news at this hour, the Florida National Guard and fire officials from throughout Sarasota County are being sent to Collier County to battle two wildfires in the Naples area.
Units from Venice, Sarasota, Englewood, Charlotte, and Northport are answering the call for help. One fire has burned 3,100 acres so far, nearly doubling in size since yesterday afternoon. It's only about 10% contained at this point. More than 2,000 homes are under mandatory evacuations in that area. A second fire burned 350 acres but is now contained. 5 Black Hawk helicopters have been deployed to help combat the larger fire from the air. Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, Florida Highway Patrol have also been brought in to help in emergency management and evacuations. So far, 3 homes have been destroyed by the fire.
Back here at home, the Sarasota County Fire Chief is trying to avoid a similar situation by issuing a countywide recreational fire ban effective immediately.
ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick joins us live from Fire Station 5 in Sarasota with more on what this means for residents. Jess?
Good evening, Jacqueline and Scott. The Sarasota County Fire Department is warning that recreational fires can quickly lead to wildfires. That's why now residents are not allowed to have campfires, bonfires, or any sort of recreational fire. The only exception is cooking fires, so you can use things like outdoor grills. Fire Chief Michael Regner says the fire index is now over 600, which is hazardous and means that the risk for a wildfire in Sarasota is high. To try to minimize the risk, he's asking that residents avoid recreational burns. If residents do not comply, they could be fined. Chief Regner says his job is to keep people and property safe. He asks that you try to keep a 30-foot barrier around your home clean and green. And although you are allowed to grill, fire officials are urging that you are cognizant of those and ensure that coals are cooled down before you dispose of them. Chief Michael Regner says the ban will remain in effect until the weather conditions change and the chance of wildfire is lessened. Even when the rain comes, there's a risk that lightning could spark a wildfire, so the chief says the county is trying to stay ahead of it.
We are up. We are responding quite readily always to fires right now. We're going 3-4 fires a day. Normally we keep them as small as possible. We're responding quickly, taking care of them, but again, it only takes one fire to get out of hand, become a wildfire, and we're asking for resources like other agencies.
Chief Regner says that this recreational fire ban has had no effect on his staffing. Now, coming up on Tuesday, the Manatee County Fire Commission will vote on whether or not to put a similar recreational fire ban on their county. In Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you so much, Jess. Although Manatee County has not yet issued a burn ban, a red flag warning is in effect for the county. Critical fire weather conditions have forced the National Weather Service to issue that warning. Both Manatee and Sarasota counties are over 600 on that drought index. State officials tell us it's something that should be taken very seriously.
When we get a red flag warning, at that point we do not authorize any burns at all whatsoever. And so anything that we have the ability to authorize is shut down.
State officials say they're confident that a burn ban will go into effect in Manatee County following Tuesday's vote.
All right, let's get more on our dry weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, they're both talking about the drought index, the numbers above 600. We've been showing this graphic for the last month and a half now, and those numbers continue to climb. And you can see the area in red and orange is the driest area across the state, and that's all here along the southwest coast for the most part, with the highest number coming in into Collier County. Now, the numbers, I mentioned all 600s here, and Manatee 618, 612 in Sarasota. So Manatee actually higher as far as the drought index goes, as opposed to Sarasota. 655, though, the highest number right there in DeSoto County, 630 in Highlands County and Charlotte County, now at 628. And in Lee County, it's the highest there, above 650. Those numbers. Now, the red flag warning is in effect now just east of I-75 into Manatee County, meaning the relative humidity is less than 35% there. On top of that, the winds are really high. That stays in effect until 8 o'clock. And more than likely, the humidity values will be higher tomorrow, so those red flag warnings will expire for us tomorrow, but still the high fire danger exists. No rain around, although it looks like a return right there into southeast Polk. You would think that might be rain, but it's not. You can see it stays at the same place. So that is a fire with the smoke plume heading off to the northwest right now. Radar picking that up. So that fire fairly significant. If you can see it on the radar, it indicates that it's a bigger fire than an average. You don't see the one down there in Collier County at this point. Now, as far as we're concerned, a beautiful evening here up and down the coast. Lots of sunshine, 79 degrees. Dew point is at 59. Winds are out of the west at 12 and the pressure 29.94 inches. And although rising slightly, it got knocked down a little bit today. We'll have more in the forecast for the weekend, which promises to bring some rain and maybe even some thunderstorms. Details on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a state senator stepping down after facing heavy criticism for comments he made to colleagues earlier this week. Now the Senate president is responding.
And will the Florida legislature need to go into a special session? Some state lawmakers don't think so. We'll have the latest on the budget negotiations underway in Tallahassee.
If you're trying to balance caring for your mother and being a mother to your children, we can help. It's what we do. Call Granny Nannies today.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
So many times we underestimate the human spirit's drive to recover. We often see people surpass what any of us might have expected initially. The Rehabilitation Pavilion at Sarasota Memorial is the top of the line. It allows us to really bring the patient's recovery to the next level.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
My dad is my hero, and I wanted to give him a chance to live life and be happy. Granny Nannies has been a huge help. It has contributed to the health and happiness of my dad, for sure.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
For the 5th year in a row, the Suncoast is home to the LPGA Symetra Tour Sarah Bay Classic. These young up-and-coming golfers are all trying to earn a spot on the LPGA Tour.
As ABC 7's Bobeth Yates tells us, that's not the only professional sport making waves here on the Suncoast.
From rowing to golf to tennis, the Sarasota-Bradenton area has become a popular destination for sports tourism.
This year we'll do over 150 events, over 40 different sports. It'll account for over $175 million in economic impact. It's a huge business for us.
Rob Wells is in charge of sports tourism for Visit Sarasota, and he says those sporting events are already rolling in. Both the LPGA Symetra Tour Sarasota Bay Classic and the Sarasota Open at the United Tennis Club will wrap up week-long tournaments. Both events brought in renowned athletes.
In our example here, you've got players from all over the world, so you're going to have people from all over the world come to watch these players. They're watching the live streaming on TV, so you have millions of viewers watching that.
Anthony Driscoll is the founder of the Sarasota Open, and he says the more eyes watching events like the 10th annual 2017 Elizabeth Moore Tennis Tournament, the more people will get a peek into the life on the Suncoast.
They get to see what Sarasota looks like. They're like, oh, that's a nice place. Might be a good place to visit in the future. That's how you get people. They see it, they come, they love it, and they stay.
But it isn't just the potential for new residents that's driving sports tourism. At the Sarasota Bay LPGA Symmetric Qualifier, more than 144 ladies from 28 countries will hit the green. And one of the participants says the area and those who live here is a big draw.
The weather's been beautiful the past 5 years I've been here. And the community really gets behind it, so it's nice to see the fans out, and it's a great family event.
Last year, the Suncoast had more than 350,000 visitors to sports events. And with things like the NCAA Rowing Championships and the 2021 and 2022 Rowing Championships set for this area, those numbers will most likely continue to grow. Bobeth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Bobeth, thank you. A state senator facing heavy criticism for using derogatory language and insulting two fellow senators is now stepping down. Senator Frank Artiles announced his resignation today. In a statement, Artiles says the comments he made were hurtful, unacceptable, and inappropriate. Senate President Joe Negron held a brief news conference at the Capitol following Artiles' resignation.
He made the right decision, as he has noted both on the floor and in his letter. You know, all of us are accountable for our actions and comments, so I think it's an appropriate resolution.
In a statement this afternoon, Senator Gibson, one of the senators whose Artiles insults were aimed at, thanked people for their support, saying no one should have to endure what she did. She also wished Artiles well in his future endeavors.
The House and Senate budget chairmen say they're making progress towards reaching an agreement for the legislature to pass a budget and end this year's session on time. Right now, budget plans between the House and Senate are about $4 billion apart. The Senate wants to spend more money on issues like state universities, health care, and pay raises for state employees. Meanwhile, the House budget includes major K-12 initiatives to fund more charter schools. Despite their differences, the Senate Appropriations Chairman says he believes they can meet a deadline.
We need to start in conference by the first of the week in order to get done on time. But I have every confidence that we will do that at this point, which is different than my opinion in the first part of this week.
The state legislative session ends in 2 weeks.
Well, the weekend about here.
It is almost here. A beautiful weekend shaping up, and hopefully maybe just a little bit of rain would be great for some of those wildfires across the area.
Absolutely. The forecast is next.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I'm creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Beautiful day today out on the beaches. A beautiful water shot too. You can see relatively calm conditions with that easterly wind. Casey Key webcam showing just a few waves out there, but the crystal clear water, and that is good news. Good news on that front too. Red tide seems to have vanished over much of the Suncoast waters. Just two areas reporting very low concentrations, and you can just barely see these gray little circles here all dotting the map. That means not present or background concentrations. So the red tide seems to be gone for the most part. Temperatures right now upper 60s, or 70s I should say, to low 80s right near the coast. 78 in the water temperature. Low to mid 80s inland, still away from the sea breeze, so still pretty warm there. We had temperatures east of I-75 in the upper 80s to low 90s. There is some moisture down to our south, which is starting to move northward now, and that'll be in place as this storm system eventually swings a front our way on Sunday, and that means the chance for showers and a few thunderstorms coming our way. The radar imagery showing what appears to be rain, but it's not. It's actually some smoke coming from some fires. This one appears to be one that's in control. That's into Charlotte County, just to the west of Port Charlotte right now. We have another one just located into Polk County, and this one seems to be getting stronger. As you can see, that smoke really showing up on the radar right there. So fire danger exists as well into Lee County near Fort Myers, as we see this action right there near Lehigh Acres, and that is spreading off toward the northwest as far as the smoke goes. There is a chance for some thunderstorms. That's not the best news. We could use the rain, obviously, but with thunderstorms comes lightning, and that lightning can spark fires. Now, the severe weather threat will be well to our north, so we don't have to worry about that in terms of heavy weather, but we will see the potential for a few isolated thunderstorms, especially Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. 79 right now, dew point is 59, winds are out of the west at 12, and the pressure 29.93 inches. The high today, a hot one, 88 degrees. This morning's low was right at the average of 62, and deficit continues to rise over 7.5 inches for the year so far for our area. Temperatures tomorrow will be in the low to mid 80s, maybe a little bit more cloud cover in advance of this storm system, which will bring us a few showers and a few thunderstorms, and mainly again on Sunday. So keep that in mind. The RPM forecast model showing that moisture slowly working its way northward, so a little bit more cloudiness around. There's a chance for a few showers on Saturday, but more so on Sunday as the cold front comes down. You can see that, and with the moisture in play, a lot of activity showing up here into interior portions of the state. Not as much on the coast, at least this model depicting that. I would not be surprised to see a few isolated cells developing in the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Well, it's no longer here. Arlene is gone. The first named storm of the season has been ripped apart by upper level winds, and another low pressure system kind of merged with it, so it's no longer tropical in nature. We have a lot of cloudiness and rain across the central U.S. and over the northeast. Some snow falling near Quebec and places to the north there, spreading on into Maine. Out west, things are still very active over the central and northern Rockies. Good boating weather tomorrow. Seas running right around 2 feet with a light chop out there. Winds will be out of the southeast, switching around to the southwest. The water temperature 78 degrees, and beaches will see a high of 82. As I mentioned, a little bit more clouds around tomorrow. Sunset will be at 7:58. Sunrise at 6:59. High tide at 9:18. Partly cloudy, clearing late, 65 for your low. Tomorrow for the Easter Seals Meadows Cup Golf Tournament, looks to be good. Partly cloudy, warm, 85. Southeast winds 5 to 10. Also for the Manatee Meals on Wheels Plus event taking place at the Polo Grounds. Should be good weather for that too tomorrow night. So come on out and enjoy some great times out there. I'll be out there emceeing the event. Monday, 30% chance for showers, but Sunday the better chance at 40. And it's not all that high. Late Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, and Monday morning but turning a little bit cooler, upper 70s to low 80s Monday and Tuesday. Back to you.
As Bob mentioned, some great weather for you guys to get out there and enjoy some golf this weekend.
Well, we want to win too, but we'll see how that goes, yeah.
You guys aren't too bad. I have faith in you. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News.
Looks like just a normal game of pickleball, but for one Suncoast family, it's a whole lot more. We'll show you what makes this one so special.
Tonight, the nuclear threat from North Korea to Iran.
Iran's provocative actions threaten the United States, the region, and the world.
Is the White House putting the world on notice? World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
We just redid our kitchen, and I want to make sure everything stays looking new.
We have an entire cleaning department filled with great products for Veronica to use for every surface in her home.
Ace is the place that goes beyond scratching the surface on cleaning, so you won't scratch your surfaces while cleaning.
And you wipe it off.
Don't miss these April Red Hot buys. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
The Wild Broadway series at the Players Center brings you the classic farce, Boeing, Boeing. It's the 1960s, and our swingin' bachelor is juggling 3 beautiful stewardesses from 3 competing airlines. But what happens when Boeing produces a faster plane? Comedy ensues. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. Opening April 26th, it's Boeing, Boeing.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Community members are rallying behind a Suncoast woman who's battling cancer.
20-year-old Jordan Del Castillo was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma earlier this year. Her mother, Amanda, has worked at the River Wilderness Golf and Country Club for several years. So to help out the family, her co-workers decided to put on a 24-hour pickleball tournament at the club to raise money for medical expenses. It began at 10 o'clock this morning and runs until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. The public is welcome to attend.
Pickleball looks fun.
Yeah.
Have either of you tried it before?
My mom plays it all the time.
Really?
She loves it, yeah. It's kind of a miniature form of tennis and ping pong all in one.
Okay.
Yeah, bigger than ping pong. So good cause and raising money for a wonderful cause there.
Have a good night.
This is an ABC 7 editorial with Steve Sabato.
The recent reclassification of the manatee from an endangered to a threatened species has raised quite a stir. Ironically, the change was announced on the heels of Manatee Appreciation Day, the last Wednesday of March. By way of definition, an endangered species is on the brink of extinction right now. A threatened species is likely to be on the brink in the near future. So, for example, if I am standing on a railroad track and a train is barreling down on me, I am in danger of immediate extinction. If I am stopped at the Do Not Cross sign, but thinking about going for it, I am threatened and also stupid. Makes you wonder, Why take the chance? Which is exactly what all the fuss is about. By way of background, the most recent study found there are 6,620 manatees living in Florida, an impressive increase from just over 1,200 back in 1991 when they began counting. That's the good news. The bad? Over 400 manatee died last year. And other than birth-related deaths, boats and, get this folks, red tide are the two biggest known causes. So what's the bottom line? First, this is good news for manatees and positive proof that public education and no-wake zones are working. Secondly, threatened species are still protected by most of the rules in the Federal Endangered Species Act, so we don't have to worry, immediately anyway, about any extinction for manatees. And finally, and most importantly, we do need to get to the bottom of the red tide situation for the sake of the manatee and all marine life. I do not buy the overly simplistic answer from many of our top marine research folks that red tide is not impacted by man-made pollution, especially when some of the biggest polluters in the state make huge donations to the same not-for-profit organizations. Regardless, the data is conclusive that the manatee does not meet the technical definition of endangered. That does not mean we can take it for granted. I'm Steve Sabato, and we'd like to hear from you.
The opinions expressed in this editorial do not necessarily reflect those of ABC7's owners or management. If you would like to comment, go to our website, www.mysuncoast.com, and click Community.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna-Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
At Bacon Furniture's spring clearance event, we've slashed prices on our most popular styles. Look for the red balloons for the biggest savings. Save 30, 50, even 70% off throughout the showroom. Bedrooms, dining rooms, sofas, chairs, recliners, and so much more. All at the lowest prices of the season. Don't miss the spring clearance event going on now only at Bacon's Furniture and Design in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
At Tidewell Hospice, we know it's never too late to say thank you to our military veterans. The Tidewell Honors Veterans Program has provided care to more than 13,000 military families since 2008. Tidewell volunteers help honor veterans through special pinning ceremonies that demonstrate our appreciation for the freedom our veterans fought to defend. If you know a veteran who can benefit from end-of-life care, call or visit tidewell.org today. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.